Gracias.
Siempre pregunto y empiezo con, ¿cómo te va la vida? ¿Qué
Exacto.
¿Hay algo nuevo? ¿Cómo te está gustando el AMC?
Sí, bueno, todo va de maravilla so far. Estamos muy contentos de ser parte del AMC y bueno, muy contento, bueno, es un placer hablar. Y
¿Prefieres en inglés?
sí, podemos hacer en inglés o en español, como es mejor.
¿Cuál prefieres? ¿Hablas español o hablas inglés?
Bueno, hablo las dos cosas, pero sí, podemos hablar en inglés igual. If you want, we can speak English as
Yeah,
well.
no, whichever one is easier for you. I always
You know,
ask.
same, probably, because I use both languages for a lot of situations. So yeah, the both gonna be fine. Well,
Oh, okay.
cuál es mejor para tu canal? Like, what is would be
You know
better?
what? Let's do English. Let's do English.
Okay.
Let's go with English. No, because I'm hearing an accent and I'm like, where is it from? Where is it from? I did all these questions and I don't know where your accent is from. Can you believe that?
That's okay because I have my life is a trip, so we can dive into it and I will tell you more about it.
You
But
travel a lot?
well, actually, I like I was born in Russia. I am Armenian by blood. I was born in Russia and I lived in Cuba like for 5 years.
Mm.
And this is how I learned Spanish. And this is where I started my project, with my husband, Marcial. He's a guitar player and singer in the band and, producer. So this is how our story started, pretty much.
I always tell people, and nobody believes me, Russians are so emotional.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think so.
Russians. I've befriended Russians, and everybody's like, I think it's the American mentality of no, they're cold. I'm like, no, they've got feelings. Just get the vodka and the guitar. It's gonna come out.
Definitely. No, I think so. Yeah. I mean, I feel like everywhere, like there's emotional people, maybe because of the mentality, some people more close in the beginning when just getting to know you, but
Yeah.
it's not like there's this barrier, you never cross it. It's not like that. It's after one evening together having fun, like the conversation, you just make great friends.
I think it comes from, you have these 5 years in Cuba, you're of Armenian descent, you're from Russia, you're from all these nations that are oppressed, that people can question them politically. And what people forget is that oppression and poor politics are everywhere, but art is the lifeline. And art, I think it sounds stupid, but you can't spell heart without art. It's just emotions. Of course you have feelings. Of course.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like also all this, different cultures and different experiences in life, they also inspire you a lot. Like, and especially like in places like, oppressed countries, like there can be born some rebel feelings and another type of expression. It's like, it's very interesting how, like, depending on where you live, what you feel, what you see, transmits into your expression and, your art and what you're doing.
What current life experience are you going through right now that you feel could be transferred into a song?
Well, I think that right now we're on this phase of like more of joy. And for me personally, discovering something new in myself, because, when we started back in Cuba, like we used to do like rock music, like it was, like I was singing in English, not in Spanish at this point, and it was like more rebel music, right? But then when we moved here, and especially after the pandemic, like, everything was so sad when pandemic was.
Mhm.
And then we just felt, you know what, let's do something. Like coming out of pandemic, we're like, let's do something fun. Let's do something that will make people dance and something joyful, and that's how actually this different direction of our project started. And so far, I really like, we experienced something different because, when you play Latin music, it's more about like dancing, party. And I feel that like this is pretty much what we transmit into music. That's what we feel. I mean, for sure, life is not like happiness and party, but
Yeah.
when you find this, I don't know, find this joy and you can transmit it into your songs or, whatever you're doing, like it's just fun, you know, and people feel it too. And yeah.
Do you think that joy, now that you're in this phase of, you went from, you know, rebel rock, like systems, and now you're in joyfulness, do you find that joyfulness is oddly more rebellious?
I think that joyfulness for sure it have some rebel into it, you know. It's I think it's different type of rebel. I don't know how to say it. It's just like, you know, let it go and have fun and don't think about anything, you know, like it's just uh you know, make, you know, we as an artist we do it for, you know, for the people, right? And for ourselves for sure, you know, but you know, especially when you're thinking more about like, oh, I want to bring joy to people just to have fun and have unforgettable evening, you know, like that's something different. Like when you write rebel songs about like you want to make people to think about like what situation, the problem, for example,
Yeah.
right? So it's different, right? That you write it, I wouldn't say like more for yourself, but you kind of want to transmit a thought to people, like so they're like, oh, put a light on something, right, on some
Mhm.
situation. But when you do it like just for fun, you just want to speak like, you know, people to relate, because not all the rebel situation people can relate to, you know.
Mhm.
But in terms of joy, like everyone can relate to you know, to joyful experiences. Just, you know, being it's always about being yourself and being true
Yeah.
to yourself and being authentic. But it's also just I feel just to let it go, have fun, be honest, you know, and with joy is just fun, you know.
I agree with you. I feel like joy, I don't know if everybody has joy. But I will say I think that joy is the resolution. I think when you talk about, everybody's talking about the problems, but nobody's talking from a place of aftermath. And I think when you hear a happy song, part of why I find that a lot of artists have a difficult time writing happy songs, because it just feels like the after and everybody's still in, if that
Yes.
makes sense. Yeah.
And yeah, I think that like I mean, especially like through the writing process, right? I mean, like it's all comes, at least for me, from the melody. Like
Yeah.
first, when you write, like, you know, we do it different ways. Sometimes Marcel, he would create a track, right? And then I would lay vocals on, you know, on the track already, and it will inspire the melodies and everything. Sometimes do it from scratch, but it's all like coming from the mood first, and the lyrics comes after. You know, like,
Mm.
well, if I feel the melody is fun and it's just, you know, I'm just gonna write about some, you know, like the things that people can relate to, so they sound honest and like very easygoing, you know. And I think definitely the music is always inspire, like at least, you know, for me.
Yeah. I wonder, okay, so if you could come up right now with lyrics for the mood you're in, what would they be? Just like 2 lines.
uh that let us let go and just dive into something special. I don't know.
Ooh, okay. Let
Maybe,
us.
you know, I mean, it's like maybe I'm not doing like really right, you know, like right from, you know, jump in. I always, with lyrics, I always take my time to think, because I like to find, you know, the right words. Because I'm more like, I'm very fast with the melodies. With lyrics, I like to think on the words a little bit more.
Wait,
But
let us let go, dive into something special.
got it, girl.
Swim with the flow. Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
what,
I love
I like
it.
that. Let us let go, dive into something special, swim with the flow. We don't need something like that, like just a love song.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
what rhymes with special though. What rhymes with special? Hmm. You're gonna make me want to Google.
Special, yes. Yeah. Oh,
I
actually, it's kind of a tricky one, right?
those are that's the thing. I love when I do songwriting, I'll write and then there's always that one word. Like you're like, what is a synonym for like rhymes with special? Like there's always that one word that you're like, this sounds so good, but you rhyme with nothing.
You know, special maybe. I mean, pleasure not going to go so well, but maybe you can kind of, you know, let it in, kind of special pleasure. Maybe, you know, depending like how you're gonna.
What was the lyric? Let it go.
Let go. Let us dive into something special. Go with the flow.
The flow.
Yeah.
Don't need to be rebels.
Yes. Or like, and then, yes, and yeah, exactly. Actually, it's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's nice. A little song, a little romantic. Like, you know, we don't need to do anything. Just chill. Just love each other.
Exactly. I mean, sometimes we just really should let us be ourselves and just not to push on ourselves too much, because sometimes we can be, you know, hard on ourselves in a way.
Yeah.
And, especially nowadays when, you know, there's so many crazy things going on in the world. So, you know.
Yeah. I find that that's what I really want with my own music. And I'm sure you want that as well. Just this feeling, because there's so many artists now. And I think now more than ever, there's just this feeling of I need to make art that actually relieves me before it does financially.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because it's kind of
Definitely.
like
Definitely.
there's like 30 million artists just on your block.
Exactly.
You might as well be authentic, and you might as well make something for you, because you don't know where anything's going.
Exactly. I feel you for sure. I think that when we write something, as you know, when we experience this our journey, we just should have fun along the way and just enjoy it, because you never know when it's gonna bring it, but bring you. But eventually, you know, like if you enjoy the road, you doesn't do it like you don't do it in vain. You know, it's so it's for sure.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I think you just, well, I mean, we're talking about joy so much. I think we just need joy.
Yeah, we do.
That's what it's all about. What's I'm curious. Is there a character in a movie or a book that represents joy to you?
It's a good question. I don't know why, but I thought right now of Harry Potter. It's so silly, but I kind of, you know, you start telling me about joy, and for some reason I just thought of my childhood and you know, the moment when we are very like, we don't have any things like that, you know, can make us kind of worried about, right? We're just enjoying when we are kids. So I remember when I was a kid, I really loved Harry Potter book. And yeah, it was not such an easy road for Harry, but overall, like, you know, the story and all this, you know, magic castles. I think when we were kids, we probably all of us wanted to, you know, be a part of this world. I mean, who read the book, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think in a way, his whole life is about finding joy despite everything.
Yeah.
Love, finding peace, finding magic. Yeah, choice. Really good choice. Especially, I mean, I was just interviewing another artist, and we were talking about like, I asked him, what is one thing you miss from your childhood? And he says sleeping. And he was like, I just used to sleep so well. Like I'm tired, go to bed. Now it's like an hour of anxiety before you even knock out. And I was like, whoa, I forgot I used to do that. Like just knock out with anything.
Exactly. Just thinking about, don't think about what tomorrow bring. When tomorrow comes, you just have your day and everything seems to be so exciting, right? It's just
like everything is gonna be okay. I want to return to that. So I know we're like supposed to be like 15-20 minutes. I have this, I always pull like oracle cards for people, like kind of, you know, what your vibe or your energy is right now. Would you like me to pull some for you?
Oh, what, sorry?
It's oracles. They just send positive message.
Yeah, let's do it for sure. I'm down.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. So you got escape. The number 12 for hard work, escape.
Wow.
You got impulsiveness upside down, 1, which is a number of manifestation, and then final one, 3. A 3 decision. 3 is a number for alignment. So I don't know what decision you have coming up, or if you're feeling like you need, like things need to be a little more solid. But you have a hard work, 12 is the number for hard work and escape. And you got this one, which is the number of manifestation, impulsiveness upside down. So I really think that it's just like it's saying is work hard, just go with the flow, basically the entire interview, and you will find that sooner than later you're in alignment to what you want.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, I really go through a lot of work right now. And I think that I really like working towards, I work towards like find this, kind of solid, solid situation for our project also, it's just, how to say, we at this point when you are kind of like, okay, with you, we started to release music, Latin music last year. We literally just dropped 4 singles, and it was great reaction from everyone, right? We are like very excited about it. And I feel that you kind of have to catch momentum when things kind of lining up and everything goes kind of good. And it goes, how you say, with the flow, and it's kind of impulsive, it's just here, there. And I just, I feel that things kind of lining up in the right way, but I feel that I want to kind of, feel, okay, we're here, because it's so like, it's like a ladder. You kind of trying to climb the ladder. And yeah, once you kind of have, okay, I did that, like you kind of closing the gaps, like, because music is also like, especially if you want to make it like full time for you, like as a project, being constantly performing and feeling like, okay, I'm getting there. So I feel it's very important to kind of look at it as a business as well. And yeah, so I feel that's the reason. It's like you kind of feel the pressure, but you feel very exciting when you get in there and you're doing something right, and then you see the right reaction, like beautiful like reaction from people when they come into your show. So like from people from the industry, like who supports you, and yeah, you just don't want to lose this moment and kind of get there.
Yeah, well, I mean, then the cards were totally right. Just go, don't be impulsive, work hard, the work will take you where you need to go, and you've got some really cool, solid decisions coming up.
Thank you so much. It sounds beautiful. It sounds great.
Yeah. Congrats. This was a lovely interview. I'm so
Thank
happy to meet you.
Yeah, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yay. Have a nice day.
Yeah, have a wonderful day too. Have a good one. Bye-bye.